All right, so that's for our business briefs for this evening. And just as I said, we'll be assessing how indeed easy or difficult is it for SMEs to access capital in this country. I've been joined by Mohammed Aourongjeb, who is a member of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies, GASAC, also the MD for Ashai Savings. Good to have you. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you. Thank you.
Great. Now, you do direct business with SMEs and then also giving them funding and all. But generally, how would you assess the access to capital for SMEs in this country?
Well, generally, when you start the business, you need to bring some capital from the parent companies or the company's shareholder. So, as per the current rule from Bank of Ghana, you need to have a capital of 15 million Ghana cedis to start savings and loans company, and we had to bring it from the shareholders. And if you look at the local market for having access to capital, till that it is really difficult to some extent. It is difficult to have access to the local fund. Even if you go to the local banks, to some extent it is difficult to have loan from them for running your business or let's say to expand your business to some extent. So till that you need to depend more or less to your shareholder.
Your shareholders. But how or why is it difficult for SMEs to access capital in the Ghanaian market?
Well, in some cases there is lack of confidence that if you invest in these companies, the fund might not be returned with sufficient profit. So that might be one of the major issues to have access to the capital.
Lack of confidence.
Yes.
But then again, there are requirements to access capital. If these SMEs do meet their requirement to access the capital, where then lies the fear or that leads to the lack of confidence in them?
Well, you see, although the banks and savings and loans companies are governed by same rule, but the way the universal bank aspect are clear to the public, but the same way the savings and loans companies, picture is not very clear to them. So what we need to do, give them a clear idea about the function of the banks, savings and loans companies, rural bank, and microfinance companies. Actually, the savings and loans companies are, bridging the gap between the universal bank and rural bank. Let me give you an example. The universal bank mainly give priority to the urban areas or high net worth, whereas the rural bank give priority in the rural areas.
Right.
So there is a gap for the SME here. Those who are even in semi-urban area. So savings and loans companies is mainly focusing the SME areas. As you know, the SME is the main blood of the financial sectors or the growth of a country. So with the savings and loans companies are giving major focus here. And I can give you an example like Asha Savings and Loans currently have 93 offices around all through the 6 regions in Ghana. We have 17 branches and 16 branches and 77 business centers. So we are serving in urban area, semi-urban area, and gradually we are going to focus the rural area because there are a lot of clients till not served or don't have good financial access.
Okay. I see. Now, it's interesting that you mentioned this point about what you're doing to be able to bridge this particular gap. Now, but what's the role specifically of GALSAC, which you are a member of, in serving as a bridge between the duty bearers and regulators such as banks and Bank of Ghana, for example, and ensuring that the right thing is done, in the space that we find ourselves in?
Well, GASAC normally plays the role as a spokesperson of savings and loans companies. This is the association for the savings and loans companies. Like they liaise with Bank of Ghana if we have any issue with them. And when some foreign investors are coming here to know about the industries, they are also serving them with all the data and other related informations. And this is also a common ground to, organize all the senior officials or management of the savings and loans company to come to a consensus if there is any issue. So GASAL is playing a vital role to focus savings and loans companies in the country and their major activities.
I see. Now, I am concerned about the protection that your association would give to, for example, SMEs not to fall prey to these microfinance institutions scams or the Ponzi schemes that we've experienced over the past. The latest comes in mind is DKM, God is Love, and others that have gone by. Now, are you able to tell me why these Ponzi schemes are able to come up, they thrive, they get people to get to them, they're defrauded, some of them are arrested, but then they're able to still come back? Because there are those who are saying we haven't seen an end to these microfinance scams yet, no matter what's happened with DKM.
Well, you see that some of the microfinance companies, they are doing business, but they don't have very clear idea about the business. Getting the license, let's say, although they are supposed to serve with the micro loans, but some of them are giving very big loans and spend up a lot of money for initial setup.
Right.
And they are not following up the business of the clients very closely. They are not doing proper due diligence, and they are not very careful about the expenses, considering their income. So these are affecting them. I can give the example of of the company I am representing, Asha Savings and Loans. Currently, we are serving more than 125,000 clients, individual and enterprise. And you will be happy to know that our rate of recovery is more than 95%. And the strength is very good. So there might be a question that why the strength is very good. You see, we always do proper due diligence. We follow up the business very closely. And we give the loan to the clients what he is deserving, not big. And this is giving us very good positions, not only among the clients, even in the other national sector. Let me give you an example. Asha Savings and Loans was selected as the best taxpayer in the MTO category in 2014.
I see.
And this 2016, Asha Savings and Loans has been placed in 20th position in Ghana Club 100. So even we are ahead from some of the banks. So if you have very good business strategy, if you have clear visions, and you are very much careful and responsible about due diligence and loan procedures, then there is no chance that you will collapse or you will fail. Maybe some of the companies are not doing it properly. That's why they are facing the challenges.
But how about the regulator as well, the Bank of Ghana? Do you think that the Bank of Ghana has done enough in this regard that you talk about?
Yes, I do. Bank of Ghana is trying their level best to serve all the financial sectors here. But as the industry player, we also must be responsible about what we are doing. We always don't need to look at Bank of Ghana that they will come and give us all these lessons or they will rescue us from the problem. As we are doing the business, we also must be careful about the money we are taking from the customers or we are giving the customers. When we will be careful, it will also help us to remain faithful in the industry.
So moving forward, I think that the whole concern now is whether microfinance firms will be able and willing to finance agriculture. Is one area that most of you are not keen about, But is there going to be a change in that you'll be ready to finance, for example, projects in the agri sector or SMEs that come to you for funding in the agri sector, finally?
Yes, of course. As I told you in the beginning that with the savings and loans companies, we are gradually moving from urban to semi-urban areas. And of course, with the hope to reach the rural areas also. As I told you that Asha Savings and Loans is serving the clients through 77 business centers, apart from its branches in the semi-urban areas. And we are focusing not only the SME or tradings or health sectors or XYZ, we are specially focusing on the business, agri-business or agri-production, and gradually we are trying to help them more as it is the lifeblood of the country.
But specifically with the association that you belong to as well, essentially, I mean, you're doing your bit, but how about the association as a whole?
Yes.
What are you doing about this?
The association, they always encourage us to concentrate on the agribusiness gradually and expand our business in the semi-urban to rural areas where people are not having easy access to the bank. So the association is playing the role of by influencing us directly, going there, and we have a common agenda. When we meet through the association, we discuss.
So, is microfinance the solution to SME funding that you admitted to that is lacking, or SMEs find it difficult having access to finances? Is really the solution?
Well, let me make one thing clear. Savings and loans company are not really related with microfinance. Savings and loans and microfinance is totally
very
different.
Yeah.
They are in different sectors. We are governed, regulated by the same rule as the universal bank. Okay, so microfinance is different sectors. Some, like some banks, some savings and loans company, they have a microfinance wing, but our main focus is not on microfinance.
Okay.
Our focus is in SME,
right,
mainly.
Thank you. Mohammed Aourongjeb is a member of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great having
Thank you
you.
much.
Still watching the Business Focus here on TV3. We'll be back shortly after this quick break. When we do come back, we'll be assessing the stock market and the commodities market to find out how